happening? What's happening? Hey, it's your boy Lil John. Pick your meat click. What's up, Phony? What's happening? What's up, Sean Paul? What's happening? Hey, now ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time now. Turn this thing on out. Now let me see everybody do this. Hey, well, let's go. Snap your fingers. Do your style. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Well, let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers. Do your style. You can do it all by yourself.
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. Today, our draw features two from the AFC. It's the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And away we go from NRG Stadium. Here's Trayvon Smith with the return. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10.
Here we go.
Stroud off of play action. They're taking a shot on this first play. That's grabbed inside the 30. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
First down throw by Stroud. Trying to set up the screen for Mixon. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Throw right side, hauled in by Collins. And he's going to be out of bounds at about the 7-yard line, partner. That's where they're going to be set up for this first and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal.
18.
Throwing again. It's Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A big loss on the play. It's now second and goal.
After the sack, another pass on second down. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one and brings up third down.
Well, this has been a tough series. Sacked on the first down play, forced to throw it away right there. An awfully difficult third down now staring you in the face.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, third and goal. Now as the play clock got down to 5, a timeout comes in. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Defense bringing in a fifth DB, 3rd and goal.
All right. 118. That's it.
Right now.
Back to throw, Stroud. Setting up the running back screen. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down. Not quite the same roar out of the crowd, Kate, that you're going to get with a touchdown, but still plenty of noise coming down, and that defense now gets to take the field with the lead.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And he needed a lot more power there. It came down a ways away from the landing zone, and they're going to start the possession up at the 40. Nix off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Looking right, and he finds him. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Completed to his running back. And he'll get this through midfield and start pushing into Texans territory.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. There's the fake. Here's Nix. Rolling left, buying some time. Complete to Mims. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On 1st down, it's Nix. Buying some time right. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. Jimmy Ward has it. And the Texans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with a pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
18, that's right. You ready to speak? You ready to speak?
Stroud throwing here on 1st. Setting up the screen. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
18, that's right.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And the Broncos are in the nickel for this third down. From the gun, Stroud. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
If you're keeping stats, that's now 0 for 2 on keeping drives going, and hopefully not an indicator of what's to come. You know, you don't convert on third down. You're not only playing against your opponents, you start playing with your own psyche as well.
And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory.
Take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 24-yard line.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through one quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at second and pretty short. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Shotgun snap to Nix. That one finds his man, Ingram. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a second quarter lead.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field with the route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner, check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos take a 4-point lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. To the air, Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So second down coming up. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Stroud to throw again on second. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here's Stroud. Caught inbounds downfield. They get 13 on the pickup, and it sets up a Houston first.
And the Texans first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Offense in the hurry up here.
14 more yards. That's another Texans first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Stroud on first and 10. Completed over the middle. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here we go.
Second and 4. And down he goes. The Broncos got there. Offense up to the line fast.
An 11-yard loss on the play. Brings up third down.
On third and long, it's Stroud. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got first and 10. From his end zone, it's Nix. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Look at Jimmy Ward getting up there and make that stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Escapes the pocket. That's incomplete on second down. Looking for the back that time. So they're left facing third and long.
Okay, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Short pass brought in. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
On fourth down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Picked up at the 38. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return.
First and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, first and 10.
18. Talk to me. What you got?
Now begin with a run by Mixon. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
It's now 2nd and 6.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. And it's the Texans with 2nd and 6.
Oh, ready?
On the ground again with Mixon. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Escapes the pocket. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Nix from the gun. Complete. It's Ingram. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Nix now to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrives at the exact same time there. So it'll be 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again. Here's Nix. Caught out left. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Final timeout called by the Texans. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Once more, it's Nix. Hauled in left side. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Working quickly here.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Broncos 1st down.
Nix to throw again. Hits him on the out route. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Working inside the red zone. Near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Watching the goal line, but he won't reach it. The defense keeps him out and forces 3rd and goal. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick.
I think I could see that sideline considering a challenge down there. It was close, but I think he got barely enough to escape the end zone. Another run might not be so lucky.
Turned away from the goal line on the last snap. Need to make it 1 more yard here on 3rd and goal. Slot man motioned over. Third and goal, here's Nix. Buys time, rolling right. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball, it's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos.
An 18-yard
The kicker gets it. Oh, it looks like he's going to throw it. And the surprise does not pay off as they're turned away on that fake, Bronc. A few points left out there potentially as they turn it over on downs. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Nix. Chased out to his right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Complete out to the right side. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. There's the fake. Here's Nix. This is Ingram. Look at the left side. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and he gets himself in space to do some damage.
He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronc. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
They'll throw again. Nix. Finds Mims. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Makes it 3rd and inches.
Giving this to Harvey. And he's able to get this down to the 13. That's a short gain of 1. And the Broncos will have a first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 1.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Bombers, bombers, bombers. Hey!
Shotgun snap to Nix. He brings it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
They'll run here. It's Harvey. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos grow the lead coming out of halftime. Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos drive their lead to 11.
14, Texans 3.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Has this at the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. The half's going to begin with a mix and run. And he's caught after a game of about 2. Brandon Jones up for the stop.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
All right. 118. Why Tony?
From the gun, Stroud. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
All right. 19 Texans.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Has a man downfield. It's Collins. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Texans, 1st down.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
14 more yards. That's another Texans 1st down.
First down throw by Stroud. Hits him on the in route. He's got it in the red zone. And he can't get there, but what a gain. Down to the goal line. He's pushed out just a couple yards short. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Mixon. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Only a yard on the pickup. Now it's second and goal.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. They're lining up on the doorstep. Second and goal from inside the 1.
Here we go.
Stroud on the sneak. And he's in for the touchdown. The Texans start the second half with some needed points. C.J. Stroud the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak.
I don't think that defense was ready for that kind of push at the point of attack. I think they were thinking outside run, play action, but they get gutted, and they get gutted right up the middle.
So now the Texans decide not to pull the offense. They're not kicking. They're going for 2.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Here's Stroud throwing for it. It's caught. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead. Only a field goal now. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. Nix from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Second down. Here's Nix again. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this third down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Azeez Al-Shire has it.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
First and 10 from the 41.
Here we go. 19, what's that? 19 Texans.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He throws a bullet to this. He's got it inside the 10. And in for the Houston touchdown. The Texans parlay the interception into points. Nico Collins with the touchdown.
you got a mixture looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans take a 4-point lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Getting out to his left. He tucks it and takes off. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
2nd and 4. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. Offense in the hurry up here. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. So we're through 3 here. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense up to the line fast.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and long for Nix. On the move, headed right. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 4th and long. Here comes Will Lutz. A lot riding on this field goal try. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash.
I bet you, Kate, if we were down there right in his mind, as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, well, the game could be on the line with that one.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. He fields it from the 8. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 18. Okay.
To the air, Stroud. Trying to set up a screen for Mixon. Broke through the tackle. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, Instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Strad to throw on first down. Left side into the hands of Dell. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Called it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Throwing is Stroud. Complete to Chubb. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Oh, 118. What's that?
Chubb running out of the gun. And he works this to the 38 before going down. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Here we go. Let's go. 118. What's up?
First and 10, on to Mixon. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Working quickly here.
Brings up 2nd down.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Dumped off to his running back. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up a Houston first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. So long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Tony. Speed low. Why Tony?
On the carry, here's Dameon Pierce. We'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Gronk gets him into the red zone.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 18. That's right. Hey, south.
Let's get that touch.
Back to throw, Stroud. This one's to Kirk out left side. And this is down all the way to the 3. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal.
Here we go. 18. What's that? He's moving. He's moving, boys. He's moving.
Chubb's runner on his way in. And he's over the line and in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans grow the lead to 7. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans grow their lead to 8.
Texans 25, Broncos 17. Miami Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start after 35. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it's second down coming up. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
This one intended for the running back. So now it's going to be third and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Looking to throw. Forced out to his right. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Broncos 8 points behind. Down a score. They're going to go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. And they do not get a desperately needed first down. He doesn't make it, and they still trail after the turnover on downs. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Going right side, Nixon with it. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the Broncos' 44-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Oh, and 18. What's that? Go.
Keeping it with Mixon. Down the sideline inside the 30. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. Give him 30 yards on that one. And the Texans are going to have a first down. The defense takes its third and final timeout. so the offense free to start running the clock down now. They're now set for 1st and 10.
On the quick. Tony.
They're going to pass it here. This one's caught. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Nico Collins with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts him up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans lead by 15 now. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Nick's trying to sneak it, and he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
So without a timeout to call, this winds up as a delay. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Gonna keep this one and go. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only 2 yards on the run, and they're left with 3rd and 11. So it's the Texans who defend their building and take the win. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happens over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
So for my partner, Brock Ewart, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Houston.